This is a review slash how-to for the Kuiu Mountain Star 3-person tent. Had this tent out of the bag once already and put it together. It was pretty easy. I'm gonna be out here the next month in this tent. I've had Kuiu tents in the past. I like them. I'm a big fan. They're 2-person. Mountain Star is just a little bit tight for 2 people to be in. This tent's a pound lighter, and it has a lot more space on the inside. With the same 3-pole structure that can handle the wind. It's real important when you're putting your poles together, you don't let these ends bang real hard. If you get dings in this, they won't press together. When you take your poles apart, you want to start in the middle, separating the poles so you don't stretch the string out on the inside. As I'm setting my poles up, I'm noticing that I've got 2 different size poles here. One's a little heavier than the other. There's 3 poles. 2 are the same size. One's a little thinner in diameter. One thing I really like about this 3-person Kuiu Mountain Star, I hope I'm saying that right, is the 2-person goes down in a sleeve, and these like to come out as if you don't finagle it just right. This one, you'll see as I'm setting it together, it just goes in a grommet. It's much easier. All right, so I'm going to start with my 2 heavy poles. It's color coded, just like the other 2-man Kuiu tent. You see here I have red. Going red to red. See here I have a red identifier. I went to red on the other side. You can see how the pole has a bend to it here. We're going to get the bend on the same end. If you kind of look at the tent, it has these black triangles. You want the straight end on the bigger black triangle that the thin pole is going to go over. I think that's right anyway. We'll see shortly. This one has sleeves you go through. see the color-coded red again? Yeah, a little comedy for the video. Doesn't take much wind to make this thing a balloon. right. Yeah, so that's getting the initial setup going. I'm at the point of staking it now. Kuiu gave me some decent stakes. I'm going to start with the big ones on my guy lines. I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to be getting in and out here, so I'm going to leave this one unattached. When we get some weather, I'll be sure to attach it to the ground. When you put your stakes in, you want to go to the tent at a 45-degree angle. Cool thing about Kuiu is they give you enough line here that you can wrap your pole. And it saves the pain of y'all watching me untie all these nice knots they got here. Nicely made up. Well, I've been out here for some time now in my Kuiu Mountain Star 3-man tent. And I figured I'd talk a little more about it. First of all, you see I don't have my guy lines out. I recommend putting all those out when you're hunting in Alaska. But ultimately, the most important thing is tent position, tent location. You can see I am in the brush, protected from the wind, well on 3 sides. So, regardless, I think this tent will handle wind very well. It's very well constructed. There's a few differences between the 3-person Mountain Star and the 2-person Mountain Star that we can go into here. First of all, this sleeve system, putting the poles up, I like that much better. And it comes down here and goes through that grommet like that instead of sticking in that tube where it would get stuck. Appreciate Kuiu improving that. Other than that, it's essentially the same structure as the 2-person Mountain Star. For me personally, when I'm the only one sleeping in it, I'm going to stick with the 2-person Mountain Star 4-season tent. Obviously, using a 3-man is a 3-man. A 3-season is not as warm as that 4-season. Having that little cubby that you're in and having that full shell around you, it makes a huge difference. So that's something to bear in mind. But if there's a couple of you guys in here, girls, definitely a lot more room. There's definitely more space to have your stuff in here, obviously. I can comfortably sleep in here with another man if I have to, where the 2-person Mountain Stars gives me a bit of an anxiety. Pretty much, I have to sleep alone in that thing. Something else to talk about here is the zipper system. That the 2-person has zippers that meet in the middle. These zippers land at the bottom and the top no matter how you do it here. So that you got to bend over a ways to get in here and get it zipped back up. But to have it a tent lighter, that's something that I'm willing to have. I'm about to change locations. That's why this thing's empty, by the way. But I like how they got lots of lines in here for drying. That's very convenient. You have pockets up here. You don't have that in the 2-person. This side here, you have multiple pockets. Those are really handy right overhead. The bug net, you have to be very careful not to brush against. Again, you want the tent light. So some things some things are a give and take. But yeah, it's I'm not complaining with this tent at all. It'll be my go-to tent on mountain goat hunts.